introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Austin Desperados. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the gun, Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught, and he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Deontay Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0.
Good. Makes the score Desperados 7, Bengals 0. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. And no return for Erickson. Out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap for Newton. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there.
23 yards. First down, Bengals.
Newton on first down. intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
They'll take over
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
On the run, here's Anthony McFarland.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Running with McFarland.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
ball carrier.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
On 2nd and 11 now, Roethlisberger. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
Forced out to his left, and this will be a touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. From the gun, here's Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They run the counter. McFarland. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Forcing the incomplete pass on 4th down, and then roughing the passer.
Your offense was ready to roll, ready to get out on the field and take over. Instead, self-inflicted. Now they have to stay on the field and play.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Anthony McFarland. His 19th touchdown now of the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And no return for Erickson. Out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's got his man, Boyd. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 20.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. Good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
From the 50, Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here we go on 4th. Newton. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Now Roethlisberger. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Zone now. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Johnson. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and
line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. They'll run here with McFarland. Broken tackle. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
McFarland, the ball.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
On the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Well, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this 1st half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or in this case, a field goal.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no return for Erickson out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Bengals drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Trent Taylor there. And it's 2nd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Cincinnati.
On 1st down, Newton. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
Newton's pass intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? That's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
7-yard line.
From the 27, Roethlisberger going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
4.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Johnson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. On first down, McFarland. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a run with McFarland. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Ball carrier.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Intended for
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
first and goal at the 9-yard line.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Escapes the defender, and they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 35. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way to have his ability to break through and gain that yardage.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
And the Bengal first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. This is Mixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Second and 11 now. From the gun, Newton wants the target, and he has it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down.
Cincinnati.
Operating from the gun, Newton. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
The score, Desperados 31, Bengals nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no return for Erickson. Out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Bud Dupree, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Play action. It's Newton. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track chunk of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Here's McFarland. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
McFarland, the ball.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and 12.
The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Taken in the end zone. And no return for Erickson. Out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
20.
Out of the gun, Newton. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
On first down, it's Newton. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Boyd. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
A gain of
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll drop this one down to Mixon. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. To the air again, Newton. They'll set up the
screen here to Mixon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
The last completion actually, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Cam Newton now getting his guys ready to go for the 2-point try. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further.
Set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 20.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. McFarland once more. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On first down, McFarland. He'll have another first down and more. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A big hit. That one goes for 40 yards.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done, really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural,
yeah,
but
I like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game ball is for everybody. So for the home team here, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.